Gotta get boom boom boom. Gotta get boom boom boom. Gotta get boom boom boom. Gotta get boom boom boom.
Today I will be reviewing The Princess and the Frog, Disney's newest 2D animation princess movie. It's actually the first princess movie that they've cranked out in a very, very long time. So I was super excited to go see it, and I did go see it today at Rave Motion Pictures in Destin, Florida. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous movie. I mean, really, I really am in love with this movie now. So, start off with a little back history. As I said before, this is the first 2D animation film that Disney has done in a long, long time. Because Disney has been, well, for a while now, paired up with Pixar doing Disney Pixar digital films. And I'm not gonna lie, their films are great. They've had some great films in digital. Like, you have Up, you have Finding Nemo, which is one of my personal favorites. WALL-E, a lot of them are very, very nice. But there's just something about 2D animation that comes from Disney. The hand-drawn, it just makes it magical. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. Maybe it's the original sense that I get from it. Like from the classic Disney princess movies like Aladdin and Cinderella and Snow White, The Little Mermaid, all of those had such magic in them. And I felt like with this movie, The Princess and the Frog, that magic was brought back to me. And I'm like, yay! Makes me happy. Alright, so I guess I could start with going through a couple of character analysis, or whatever you call those things. We have Tiana, of course, who's our leading lady. She's not really a princess until the end of the film, and I probably shouldn't have said that because I promised my friend that I wouldn't make this spoilerific because she wants to see it. But she is a girl with a dream. She wants to open up her own restaurant and follow in the footsteps kind of her father, who is basically why she wants to open up this restaurant, because her father was a chef and she wants to kind of live out his dream in her. And I thought it was really sweet because she has a very different attitude than any other of the princesses, because it's like she's not going to wait for her prince to come. She's going to go out there and get her dream herself, which I thought was pretty awesome. That's probably what I would do if I was a princess. Sort of. Okay. Anyway, then we've got Prince Naveen of Maldonia. He says that like 500 times in the film, but it's awesome. So he's been kicked out by his parents. They're like, dude, you're doing nothing, you're a bum on a log, get out of here, you're not doing anything for us, just go away. So he did. He comes to New Orleans, Louisiana, with no money and a butler. That's it. He's got nothing else except some mad ukulele skills. It's about all he's got. And he's a womanizer. We can pretty much tell that from the beginning. He's a big hothead. He thinks he's just king of the world, which he's not. And anyway, he gets tangled up with my newest favorite Disney villain, Dr. Facilier. He is really, really cool, Dr. Facilier. He's got friends on the other side, as his song number says, which introduces him, which is fabulous. And song-wise, I'll talk about that later, because that deserves a whole nother category. Okay, but Dr. Facilier, he's a voodoo doctor, sort of. Yeah, and he's the one who deals in all the magical dark arts to make people's wishes come true, which are, in the end, for his benefit, not for theirs, which is how our story develops. And he wants to basically make a copy of Prince Naveen and take over New Orleans as, like, the supreme ruler, and he'll have souls aplenty. This guy is devious, let me tell you that. He doesn't really want, the things that normal Disney villains want. He wants, like, everyone's soul. This guy is demented, I gotta tell you. But the way that they've put him out there, he's such a strong character that it's almost like he doesn't need a backup character. Because you know how normal Disney villains have backup characters? Like, for instance, you have Jafar, he's got Iago, and then you have Ursula, she has her two little eel things, and what's another good one that has backup people? Hades in Hercules, he had Pain and Panic. There's tons of examples of that, but Dr. Facilier, it's almost like he doesn't have his backup character because he's such a strong, well-thought-out character. He does have, though, his shadow, which is another one of his names. He's also called the Shadow Man. His shadow is like a character all its own. It does things for him. It, like, acts along with him. It's just so cool the way they've got this guy concepted. Is that a word, concepted? I don't know. But anyway, who else do we have? Ray, the Firefly. He's my favorite character, I think. I haven't decided yet. I'm pretty sure Ray's my favorite character. He's a Firefly. He's like a Cajun, Creole Firefly. And it's really cool because he meets Naveen and Tiana when they're frogs out in the bayou. And it's just really awesome because he's got this great white cracker accent. And he reminds me a lot of my family up in the north, but I'm not going to go into any detail about that. Because this is the internet, and they could find me. But he ends up helping them a lot on the way, and he is a major development in the story. By the end of the film, we see truly how much he means to the story. And he does mean a lot to the story. And I'm not going to go into detail because there's going to be haters who are going to leave nasty comments being, why did you do this? Because I haven't seen the film yet. Don't spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it anymore. But just so you know, he's a major, major character. And you'll see why at the end of the film. Then we have Lewis, the trumpet-playing alligator, who's a pretty humorous character. I would say in the film he's probably the comic relief, if this film needs any comic relief, because it's not really a dark film, but if there was supposedly some comic relief, it would have been him. He wants to be human, so he can play trumpet with all the jazz people in New Orleans, because it's the jazz age, it's the 1920s. And that's pretty much it with him. He doesn't have too much development going on. Basically, all his thing is just his one motive, which is wanting to become human so he can play trumpet. And I am going to say he does get to achieve his dream, because, you know, he's got to have a nice ending. So if that was considered a spoiler, I'm sorry. I truly am. Anyway, who else have I forgotten? Mama Odie. She's awesome. She doesn't have too big of an appearance, which kind of made me a little sad because Mama Odie's great. Let's see. Oh, how much time do I have? Oh, I gotta wrap this up. She's awesome. She's also a like a magician, witchcraft-y person, but she kind of does it on the good side, and she wants everyone to see the good inside themselves and see what they really need rather than what they really want. But she does end up helping Tiana and Naveen in the end. So as far as character development, this was a golden film for character development. For story development, this was a golden film. I'm not going to say it's the very best Disney film out there because, I don't know, there have been some that are a little bit better. But as far as getting back into 2D animation, which I hope Disney is going to continue to do, this was fabulous. And I recommend to anyone who has not seen it, go see it now, because you heard it here at My Pointless Opinion to go see it. So please do. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 10, because I absolutely adored this film. That's all there is, folks. Yeah. Why are you still here? I don't know. Live long and prosper. Get out of here. Okay. See ya!